Hey guys, it is currently 5:24 in the morning on Saturday, October 19th, and so far I admittedly haven't done a ton of writing. I came out here early yesterday evening, or I suppose it was later in the night. It was closer to like 9 something, and Mom and I watched a ghost show on the Roku, and I didn't do much writing during that time, which is fine. I love the show, so but and then shortly after midnight or whatever, I don't even know what time it was. All I know is we stopped watching the show because Mom was tired. Mom walked out of the room. I put up a video on YouTube, and then I fell asleep within like 5 minutes. I woke up in my chair probably an hour later. And then I moved over to the couch for a nap because that was my initial plan, was to take a nap on the couch, which is comfortable, and not in my chair, which is not comfortable to sleep in. And I set my alarm for 15 minutes, but then I woke up at 3:40 something, because it was when my alarm on this phone, or on this device, went off for my thyroid med. So, which is weird that I woke up to the alarm on my phone because it's set to vibrate, and it was clear over here and I was over that way, but I still heard it. But my other alarm, which was right next to me, actually plays sound and it didn't wake me up. So, you know, it's how it goes sometimes. The only good news is that generally when I'm awake, I'm awake. And I don't feel quite as exhausted as I did the first half of the month, but it's still definitely not gone all the way, which sucks a little bit, admittedly, but managing. Outside of all of that, I have been working on the dealer a little bit, and I've written what looks like approaching 500 words. I don't think I've crossed that threshold yet, but it looks like I'm getting there. Yeah, 468 words, which is something. So when it comes to the goals for today, my main goal is just to finish the dealer, but if we're looking at words, I am 12,992 words behind, and if we were to half that, I would be working towards 6,496 words today. So we'll see what happens. When it comes to the dealer, I do think that I'm currently writing the last chapter, not counting the epilogue. And then I won't begin book 11 until November 1st. But I do think that this is the final chapter, and then there will be an epilogue, and the epilogue always features the killer. And I think that that's pretty accurate to how it will go. So I do think that I'll be finishing this one pretty soon, as long as things go well. I think I need to find something to eat. I'm hungry. I haven't snacked all morning or anything like that, because I napped through the hours that I could eat food, so I'm quite hungry. So I might find something to eat, but then I'll get back to work on the dealer, see what happens. And I'm hoping to finish this book within the next hour, so before 6:30 if all goes well. And I will see you guys for an update when I make progress in the book, when I finish the book, whatever happens first. But I will see you guys hopefully within an hour. We'll see. Alrighty. It is 6:49 in the morning, and after struggling with my tablet for a million years, I finally caved and hooked my phone up to the Bluetooth keyboard here. And finish writing the dealer. 54,771 words altogether. I wrote 1,299 words in that today, and since the last time you saw me, that was an extra 831 words. So I haven't put that one into my notebook yet, but it is done, and I'm going to stand up here in a moment and get my notebook, add it to the list of books this year, and go from there. But I'm going to take a little tiny break here, and then come back and work on Initiate the Boys, go from there, see what happens, and I will give you guys another update at some point, but I wanted to make sure that I let you know that I finished the dealer. So, step 1 in preparation of Nano is complete. Goal met for this month, one goal met for this month. So that's something on both counts, so hooray. And I'm very excited to get into book 11 come November, so I'll see you guys with an update when I move on from Initiate the Boys. Hey guys, it is currently 7:05 in the morning on Sunday, October 20th, and I have officially written through all of my books today. Things have been slow. I had to take a nap earlier, but otherwise, things have been slow. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my calculator. I found it. So, overall, I am currently, not counting anything I've written today, 15,731 words behind. And if I was aiming to hit the midway point on that today, it would be 7,865.5 words. We're going to round that up to 7,866. Working on it. Beatings from a Butcher, which I entered data on that about 5 hours ago, so close to 2 a.m., give or take. 150 words. Voice of the Wild Places Z, 266. And then we moved on to Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter, and that was 252. And then Initiate the Boys. It is so weird not having the dealer in between those two. 154 words there. And then JTS was 240. The Beating of Ekbal was 144. Books and Badges was 116. Stuff and Things, which I did Untitled Mysteries for, was 745 words. And then I edited a chapter of The Kidnapping of Eve Lincoln, and that was 2,052 words. And then the Untitled Killer in Training Book 2 was 270, and altogether that is 2,337 words. So progress is being made, it's just slow. Which, at the moment, with those words subtracted from the original count, I'm now 13,394 words behind where I should be. Today, based on the words that I haven't written the previous days when I haven't met the goal. So, hooray. I'm hoping that I have a couple good days at the end of the month, because I would still love to meet my goal, but I wasn't expecting this exhaustion to come out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting the cold weather to come out of nowhere, but they've both definitely been working in tandem to kick my ass. The cold creates even more joint pain than I normally experience, so that I'm stiff all the time and I have to constantly be heating my hands and wrapping a heating pad around my knees and my elbows and my shoulders and whatever. And then that exhaustion thing, I don't even know what's happening with that, but I feel like I'm constantly just about ready to fall asleep. It's something I'll bring up with my doctor at my checkup or my follow-up appointment, and see if there's anything that can be done to help subside any of that, at least a little bit, but that's still a little ways away, so managing until then. But I'm currently working on Beatings from a Butcher again. Going to keep working on that for a little bit. The goal is to get that one to 14,000 words today. It's currently at 13,192. So we'll see what happens, but I think I'm going to keep switching through books for now. Rotating. I'm also watching Netflix, hoping that it keeps my brain awake. It's done an okay job so far. I've only taken one nap, and it wasn't a super long one, so that's a plus. But we'll see how things go. If everything goes well, I will be going to sleep in 2.5 hours, give or take, and then waking up at 2:30 to 3 o'clock. But again, we'll see how things go. We'll see how I feel when I wake up. But I will see you guys when I move on from Beatings from a Butcher with another update. Hey guys, it is currently 8:49 in the morning on Monday, October 21st, and we're going to go ahead and talk about progress this morning, which has been slow. It's been storming all morning, rain, thunder, high winds, fun stuff. If you've been here a while, you know I absolutely suck at making any progress at all when any of those three things are going on, and when they're all combined, it's even worse. And then even outside of that, I had 2 phone calls to make this morning, both thyroid related. So I've been anxious pretty much since it turned to midnight. And I wasn't able to make those calls until 8 o'clock. So I mostly had 8 hours of just very bad anxiety. I'm used to it, but it doesn't make it easier to just work through it. Some days are easier than others, depending on how anxious I am and what's causing it, but it kind of depends on the day. But I have still made progress, it's just been very, very slow. And actually it appears that I didn't enter one of my counts at all. Let me do that real fast, and then we'll go from there. I've only worked on Untitled Mysteries and Killer in Training, and then I edited a chapter in The Kidnapping of Eve Lincoln. But with Untitled Mysteries, I wrote 1,716 words. And then on Killer in Training, I wrote 276. And then with the chapter of Eve Lincoln, that was 1,766. So written total, 1,992 words so far. When it comes to words today, not counting the ones that I have written, I did not put it in here yet, it looks like. Let me go grab my other calculator, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so not counting the 1,900 whatever words I've written today, I am 14,632 words behind. So if I was aiming to half that today, I would be aiming for 7,316 words, to slowly catch myself back up before the end of the month. That's the goal. I doubt I'll meet it, but it is the goal. I'm considering allowing myself to work on Untitled Mysteries or research or something a lot more than I have been this month, because I would be able to meet that word goal if I let myself work on it more. But I always oddly feel like it's cheating, even though they're words that I'm typing, and unless I'm doing research, they're words that are still coming from my brain. But it feels like because it's not a book and they're just scenes, it's cheating, even though I know it's not, and it's stupid, but it doesn't work logically. But I do have a few other goals today, and I'll run through those with you real fast. So they're nano-related goals. Beatings from a Butcher is currently at 14,566 words. I want to get that to 15,000 today. Initiate the Boys is currently at 24,212 words. I want to get that to 25,000 today. The Beating of Ekbal Londrin is at 13,008 words. I would like to get that to 14,000 today. If those things happened, I would allow myself to work on Untitled Mysteries or research or something for the rest of the time. But I would need to do those things first. So I've got about a little over half an hour left before I attempt to go to sleep. So I'm going to spend that time on Beatings from a Butcher. I'm going to take my sleep gummy thing at 9. Go from there, see what happens. And then I'm setting my alarm for 2:30 and hopefully waking up to it. And I've pretty much determined that if my dog wakes me up early, the big one, she's the one who wakes me up 99.99% of the time, I'm just going to stay awake and I will take a nap later on in the day if and when I need one. Because if she wakes me up early and I go back to sleep, I don't wake up to my alarm. So it's pretty pointless if I can't wake up to it to go back to sleep for like an hour. So, but the goal is to be awake by 2:30 if nothing else, and work on stuff from there. But I'm going to hop to it, and I'll update you on Beatings from a Butcher before I go to sleep. Hey guys, so it has been raining all day long, so I definitely did not meet my wake up at 2:30 goal.
I've slept like garbage. It is currently 5:13 p.m. I've been awake for a couple minutes at this point, because I have finally given up on sleeping at this point. I've been on and off, but altogether I've probably gotten a total of 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep, so cool. It was only supposed to rain through the morning, but it's been raining all day long, so hooray for that. But I am going to work on Beatings from a Butcher now. When my mom gets home, I'm going to do bird chores, and then I have a show that I watch that comes on at 9, I think. But outside of that, I should just be able to work. Things will probably be slow because of the rain, but I'm going to do my best and see what I can accomplish. So I will see you guys with another update with Beatings from a Butcher once I hit 15,000, I think, and move on to the next one.